Hello everyone, this is the Car and Bike Show. I am Siddharth Vinayak Parthankar, and with me we've got the new C-Class from Mercedes-Benz. Not one, but two of them. We thought we'll bring in the petrol and the diesel. There is that third engine option, which is the V8, but we thought we'll just be a little bit frugal today. Now, what's changed on the C-Class? We'll talk about that right through the show. I thought it's nice to get the brand new car in and show it to you today because, well, there is plenty that actually has gone through as far as changes are concerned. Remember, this is just the midlife makeover. The C-Class, this particular generation, has been around now for a few years. So this is the midlife makeover, as I said. So we'll talk about that right through the program. But first up, let's talk about a car that's a lot smaller than this, and that is the all-new Honda Brio. Kranti Sambhav was in Vizag to drive the car. This is our first impression on the small car from Honda.
It's a year we will see lots of hotly anticipated launches, and the Honda Brio is one of them. Smaller than the Jazz and under 5 lakh rupees, that was the promise from Honda. Smaller than the Jazz it is, but prices? Well, we'll only know them by the month end when the Brio launches. Kranti was in Vizag to drive the car and bring you his first impression.
The first thing which I noticed about Brio's face was it looks distinct and different, which is quite a challenging thing in today's hatchback scenario. But it doesn't look exactly like the concept which you saw, but you can see some similarities. Bulbs up headlamps, this small grille, front grille, protruded bumper, which gives this car a happy and cute face, definitely. One more element which makes this car distinct as far as looks are concerned is the rear. This is all glass hatch, and this opens like this, and this definitely reduces the loading height. But yeah, it reduces some space also.
So, will that glass tailgate be safe and secure? Honda assures us that it will. Now it's time to get the Brio on the road.
I expected some initial punch, which is not there. But at the end of the day, city car, hatchback, I think it's pretty satisfying package.
The Brio has the same 1.2-litre i-VTEC engine that powers the Jazz, but tuned differently. The power is a healthy 86 bhp. Honda claims mileage at 18.4 kilometers per litre of petrol. The car feels a bit sluggish at word go, but it does pick up nicely as you go along. Even speeds of 120 kilometers in the driving rain did not hamper the ride. The Brio hangs on and maintains a strong grip, completely in control. The car comes with dual airbags, ABS, a nice spacious cabin, and yes, even goodies like a USB jack for your iPod and steering mounted controls. We think the beige mantra is getting tiring in cars these days, but the cabin looks fresh alright. More details on the Honda Brio as soon as we have the prices.
Right, so those were our first impressions on the new Honda Brio. Give us yours because, well, it's going to be interesting to see how this car takes on the market, isn't it? Now, while we're talking about Honda, let's quickly also talk about the new Jazz because lots of you wanted to know, hey, how did they reduce the prices? Well, guess what? It's more to do with strategy than with the actual car, and that's a good thing. They haven't cheapened the Jazz in a very big way, but the prices have come down in a very big way, haven't they? So the car still maintains its nice sharp looks. It's in fact got a little bit of a tweaking up front as far as styling goes. The headlamp cluster slightly tweaked as well, but you pretty much know it's the Jazz. The shape and size, I think that's the biggest USP, isn't it? It's nice, big, ample-sized hatch. And you get this new color, urban titanium, which was only available first in the Civic and then in the City. What else is new? Let's quickly check it out.
So, what's new with the new Jazz, eh? Besides the new urban titanium body color, there is a slightly tweaked face, as we said, with new headlamps. The car tends to look more compact up front as a result. The earlier all-clear headlamps were smarter, we think. There is extra chrome on the tailgate, and the two bumpers have been reshaped a bit too. Inside, you get USB connectivity for your iPod now, and yes, the Jazz too has got the city's beige treatment. So while the cabin looks fresher, again, we preferred the earlier one overall. The rest of the package remains similar, and everything from airbags to ABS and EBD, rear wiper defogger to keyless entry are all standard on all three Jazz variants. And oh yeah, the rear seats now recline, and the Select and X variants now have alloy wheels. And of course, the biggest change is the pricing. More on that in just a bit.
All this while you had all these B plus hatches, and well, the Jazz really was sitting in a segment by itself above them in many ways, isn't it? With the price cut, the Jazz has become a lot more relevant in the market, so it gets to compete head-on with the likes of the Swift, the Polo, the Fabia, the Punto, all these cars. But one particular car has been really popular. It's also roomy, and it is going past me right now, so it also has to deal with the i20.
So the i20 will suddenly feel the heat from the very car that sparked its own sales. The large, well-proportioned Hyundai is also available in diesel though, and a price comparison shows you that the diesels are pretty competitively priced. Variant for variant, the Jazz surely is not a steal, but given its quality levels, refinement, space and that Honda brand premiumness, we reckon it will steal some buyers away from the i20, but not very much will change for the i20. After all, it is popular on the back of that diesel.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.